yeah. Still waters, raw flow. Even the ground gets tired, even the soil needs a break. Even the thing that's producing needs a season to remake yourself before you harvest it again. Before you take another cycle out of something that could crack and break. If you never let it rest, never let it just lie still. Even the ground needed permission, and so do you, until you learn that constant output isn't sustainable at all. Even the land needed a Sabbath before the fall. Still waters, raw flow. You've been producing non-stop, never taking a pause, never letting yourself rest without feeling like the cause of falling behind, of losing ground, or missing out on the next thing, the next opportunity, the next route, to more, to further, to whatever's supposed to be enough. This is why you're running dry, why the output's getting rough around the edges, why the quality's starting to slip, because you never learned that rest isn't a weakness, isn't a trip. You're taking away from the important work. It's actually part of the work, part of the sustainable, the practical truth that everything that produces eventually needs a season where it's not producing, where it just feeds on stillness instead of output, on quiet instead of noise. This isn't laziness, this is wisdom, this is the choice. The less you keep producing years from now, instead of burning out completely from a fire that never got a turn. And even the ground gets tired, even the soil needs a break. Even the thing that's producing needs a season to remake yourself before you harvest it again. Before you take another cycle out of something that could crack and break. If you never let it rest, never let it just lie still. Even the ground needed permission, and so do you, until you learn that constant output isn't sustainable at all. Even the land needed a Sabbath before the fall. Still waters, raw flow. Think about the fields that never got a season off, how the soil would deplete, how the yield would drop, year after year of constant harvesting without a pause. This is what happens to you too. This is the same laws of nature applying to a person just like they apply. The land, you weren't built for endless output, weren't built to fly without ever landing, without ever taking a breath. This is why the burnout hits, why you're closer to the death of your own passion for the work you used to love. Rest isn't the enemy, your productivity is what makes the productivity sustainable over time. Even the land got a year, you deserve at least a rhyme of that same rhythm, that same permission to just stop producing for a season and let the harvest drop, so something better can grow back once you let it rest. The land needed rest too, not just the people working it. Everything that produces eventually needs permission to stop. Even the ground gets tired, even the soil needs a break. Even the thing that's producing needs a season to remake itself before you harvest it again. Before you take another cycle out of something that crack and break. If you never let it rest, never let it just lie still. Even the ground needed permission, and so do you, until you learn that constant output isn't sustainable at all.